I am a simple 11-letter word that with the mere mention of me triggers weird reactions and scowls from most people respective of their ages. I am a methodical and systematical application of matter. There are however quite a few who absolutely loves me and enjoys working with me truly. Who am I? It all started with excitement on counting numbers from 1 to 10, not until X and Y came to play as a replacement for an unknown value. Mathematics, the discipline that sends many students into a cold sweat. Yet, some students brave it and venture into maths. You may feel that mathematics is not your cup of tea, but you have to sip it anyway because it is needed on every step of the way. Whether you like it or not, we do share a lifelong bond with mathematics. Thus, we cannot live without it as it tells us how things work and made our lives easier and uncomplicated. We are all surrounded by it every second of our lives, no matter what we do. Had it not been for math, we would be still figuring out each and everything in life, which in turn would create a complete chaos. Still not convinced? Try to imagine a world without any numbers or math. Hard to imagine, right? If there were no numbers, there wouldn't exist any calendars or time. You won't even know that it is the first day of the month. You won't even notice that it's already time for you to go to school. Probably, you will scream like White Rabbit, I'm late! I'm late for a very important date. How? How will you know that it's already your own birthday today? Plus a complete cluelessness in what time sun rises and sun sets. In addition, we won't be able to identify our age. This only means without math, we won't be able to know who is elder and younger. In the same manner, think of it when it comes to budgeting. In what way will you fairly distribute your allowance for expenditures such as transportation, snacks, school fees, and other expenses? How will you make sure that your costs are less than the money you have? Hence, how will you save a portion of your money if mathematics is none of your business? How will you venture into entrepreneurship without money and numbers that make up the profit? How will you find a job without having a basic knowledge in computation and fundamental operations? Presumably, unemployment rate and poverty case will be just worsened. Likewise in time management, by means of what will you balance your time for overloaded schoolworks? Can you still take time to relax if your schedule is not that well organized? I guess you cannot because you will spend much time thinking what are the things you need to finish first. Assumably, you'll end up slacking or procrastinating workloads because deadline isn't on your mind without the use of time, particularly mathematics.
Mathematics help you tell date and time. As we all know, calendars and clocks are composed of numbers, isn't it? If there's no math, hence there will be no numbers and there wouldn't exist any calendars or time, and all the days in our life will be the same. Calendars and clocks are your friends. They help you to determine the date and time of the day. A calendar with a specific date on it allows you to mark an important day of your life, whether it is the first day of the school or your birthday. A calendar can also give you a good bird's eye view for what you schedule for the next few days, while an alarm clock will wake you up to tell you that it's time for you to prepare going to school. Knowing math, it will be easier for you to calculate the remaining days before your exams or the remaining minutes to finalize your answers during your exams. Don't let your ignorance of math make your ability to tell date and time become outdated.
Budgeting. Of equal importance, math helps you with your finances. Math can be helpful for balancing your school allowance. When you know math, you will have a good understanding of how to make sure that your costs are less than the money you have. Balancing one's money is an important life skill that makes one a terrified individual, and as usual, it requires math in order to subtract expenses. Managing your budget is essential, which is, again, possible thanks to mathematics. People who know math are therefore less likely to go into them because they know how much money they had versus how much money they spent. With this in mind, you can also save a part of the amount you have to deposit in your piggy bank. The value of knowing some basic principle of mathematics can be very useful from balancing your daily school expenses, buying some snacks, up to saving your money. You should remember that you must earn more than you spend. Do math to keep your budget on track.
As we are in the modern ambience of learning, we are all in the stage of adjustment when it comes to online classes. Students and even teachers are overloaded with school-related works. Time is our most valuable asset. So, how can you possibly do well on your homework and do all the requirements? With the help of time management, you can schedule a certain time range for every subject you have. But in what way will you do this if math doesn't exist? Math can help you to manage your time evenly in order to finish every work before the deadline. Having an efficient time management will make you do things in a better way. Knowing how to organize, balance, and plan your time will lead you to productivity. In our fast-paced modern world, we can easily get distracted and find the time has blown by without accomplishing what we meant to. You must know how to spend your precious time significantly so that you can also reward yourself a leisure time for doing a great job.
No matter which way we look at it, math came first and foremost and was at the core of every success. Realizations always come in the end. Mathematics is important in our daily encounters, such as knowing the numbers in the calendars, the numbers which the hands of the clock point, amount of money we need to budget, and of course, managing the time in order to avoid procrastination and finish all given and needed tasks without worrying or rushing. Now that I finally know that the math helps me in knowing and being aware of date and time, I'll surely be glad to avoid forgetting or being ignorant on things that may matter just like the date. Surely every day is a special day if you only know that every number on the calendar passes quickly and must pass productively. Budgeting is not an easy thing, but math make it a piece of cake. Math help us to be aware of how much we spend in a day. Ignoring the importance of budgeting may lead you to something worse. If you know what your expenses are, you'll surely know if your money is stable or unable to provide you for the future. And a lot of us don't take it seriously about time management, but knowing how to organize, balance, and plan your time will lead you to productivity. Realizing it made me shiver in gladness because I finally got the idea on how I should spend my time in important things or matter rather than wasting it nonchalantly.
Let's face it, math is a subject many people can struggle with. People either love it or hate it. Regardless of this, one must accept the fact that math in real life is endless. Mathematics has a number of very useful benefits to our life. The applications aforementioned, telling date and time, budgeting, and time management are only 3 reasons why math is essential in our lives. With mathematics, we can happily add positivity as well as subtract negativity in our life. Your activities and to-do works kept on multiplying, but math is always on the go in division of labor in order to make all the tasks faster and easier to do. Hope you have fallen with it now. If you haven't, then it's about time to accept the fact that we are destined to live with mathematics. This is how much mathematics loves everyone. The best way to make peace with it would be to accept it and love it back by understanding it better. After all, it was made to make our lives easier, not difficult.